Demon King gets defeated by Hero and reincarnated in the real world. The story starts with a tense scene where the soldiers are scared and shaking as they are about to face a terrifying corpse god. Suddenly, a magic circle appears and swords emerge from it, slicing the soldiers. Then, another soldier appears and whispers to the commanding officer. Upon hearing this, the commander orders the soldiers to gather the dead bodies and deliver them to the sorcerer. Additionally, the remaining soldiers must retreat to save their own lives, as the subjugation unit has arrived to defeat them. Furthermore, they are not alone in this fight against the Grim Reaper monster. The church's secret weapon, known as the Calamity Crusher, has arrived. His real name is Shagrua Edith, and he looks strikingly handsome in his armor as he unsheathes his sword. With a powerful swing, a gust of wind blows and a corpse appears, the god of skeletons. The god creates a magic circle and pauses the current situation, but Shagrua is cautious and counters with a swift attack of his sword. One of the subjugated units reveals that the corpse god is responsible for the deaths of many people. His labyrinth has expanded, taking the lives of innocent individuals. Because of this, he is called the Corpse God. Suddenly, Shagrua strikes the Corpse God with his sword, but the monster is too powerful and easily deflects the blow. In response, the Corpse God creates magic circles and launches a sword attack, but Shagrua is quick and avoids it. Furious, the Corpse God conjures a magic circle outside the cave to absorb the souls of the dead and skeletons, transforming them into a terrifying dragon that Shagrua must fight. Undaunted, the handsome warrior wields his upgraded sword and battles the dragon with all his might. After a long and grueling fight, Shagrua manages to tear the dragon apart, but the corpse god is still alive and ready to face him. Meanwhile, the subjugation unit knows that defeating the corpse god won't be easy, as the monster possesses the power to destroy the entire world. Nonetheless, a legendary battle commences between Shagrua and the corpse god, with each attack proving futile. Despite the corpse god's best efforts, the girl from the subjugation unit knows that Shagrua will never kneel before death. In desperation, the monster creates an army of skeletons to take him down. In a flashback, Segura and his friends were attacked by zombie-like creatures, and no one survived except him. He could hear the souls of the dead wailing and cursing him, begging him to join them. Fortunately, a group of soldiers rescued him and took him away, but he could still see the souls wandering around the castle. Determined to fight back against these monsters, Shagrua grows up and participates in wars, fearlessly battling dragons and other powerful creatures. Back in the present, the corpse god realizes that Shagrua possesses the evil eye, a powerful ability that can be used for good or evil. Shagrua has chosen to use his power to fight against the monsters, while the corpse god has chosen to use it to control ghosts and spirits. Shagrua is fighting against the skeleton army and throwing rocks at them to survive. He swings from the cave roof and defeats the skeleton army, but now he is in a fierce battle with the corpse god. Shagrua tries to attack the corpse god with a magic attack, but it has no effect on him. The corpse god reveals that he sees the souls as toys and compares himself to Shagrua, who has also killed many beings. Shagrua doesn't fall for his trap and knows the truth. The corpse god is getting frustrated with the never-ending fight and creates a magic spell that Shagrua has never seen before. Even though he doesn't know the spell, he is ready to face it. Shagrua attacks the corpse god with his firing sword, and the girl from the subjugation unit uses her power to help him. Shagrua breaks the spell with his potent power, but something strange happens after that. The dark smoke has vanished from the world after the intense fight, and we see a boy whose mind is still hazy. He recollects battling the corpse god and casting a spell on him. As he assumes that his spell has worked, he opens his eyes. Despite being a powerful being, the corpse god feels weak and finds himself lying in a filthy alley, surrounded by garbage. He looks at his hands and is surprised to see that they are feeble. There is a mark on his neck that seems to have been caused by someone. After being left for dead on the street, the corpse god is amazed at the new world around him. He has never seen such tall buildings, advanced technology, and fancy advertisements before. Although he thinks the ads might be a type of magic, he quickly realizes that they are just projections. As he wanders the city, he sees people using gadgets and driving vehicles that he cannot comprehend. Suddenly, a drone appears before him, and the person monitoring him through the drone becomes anxious. He quickly calls his colleagues to complete the mission since the boy is still alive. The body swap has left the corpse god confused and disoriented. The police arrive and try to take him for medical help, but Sakamiya intervenes and rescues him. Meanwhile, two handsome characters appear, who seem unfazed by the strange events happening in the city. She takes him to an isolated alley and tries to help him remember who he is. The corpse god recalls some memories, but not all of them, due to his weakened state. Sakamiya is a strong and capable person who can hold him up easily. She turns him around so that he is facing her and tries to comfort him. However, the corpse god is still unsure about what is happening and where he is. But suddenly, her true colors are revealed as she shows him a blood-stained iron rod. Shockingly, she tries to slash his throat, but he miraculously survives the fatal attack. As he regains his memory, he recalls being attacked by Sakamiya before. Sakamiya seems determined to kill him again, even though he was once a powerful being in his previous world. His current body is too fragile to fight back, so he decides to escape. However, Sakamiya enjoys killing as if it's a game to her. Meanwhile, someone watching them through a drone feels sorry for him, as Boy is only 16 years old and there's an order to kill him. The corpse god is forced to hide in an isolated building, where he cannot sense any magic. He is unsure how he can survive in this unfamiliar place without any magical abilities. His only option is to escape the clutches of death once again. But then, she finds him and comes at him with a weapon. Using his fighting skills, he manages to dodge her attack, surprising her. However, Sakamiya stays focused on her mission and swings an iron rod at him. The corpse god tries to defend himself with an iron rod, but he's too weak and gets injured. He decides to run away from her and starts fleeing. However, Sakamiya is a professional killer, and she won't let her prey get away that easily. She stabs him in the leg with a knife, but this only encourages the corpse god to fight back. He pulls the knife out of his leg and attacks Sakamiya, trying to get her off him. Finally, he manages to get her off him and starts running away. Sakamiya is chasing the corpse god because she is impressed by him. Even though she has killed many people, she has never enjoyed it like she is enjoying the hunt for him. The corpse god has found refuge in a room called the execution ground, where the spirits of the people Sakamiya has killed are haunting. Using his evil eye and senses, the corpse god can detect the spirits of the dead. Sakamiya doesn't value human life because it's her profession to take it, but when she tries to finish him with her rod, a spirit scares her away. Little does she know that it's not child's play to take the life of the corpse god, who can control spirits with his evil eye. Corpse god creates a magic circle. A skeleton hand appears and stabs her in the stomach. She has been killed by her prey. The person watching through the drone witnesses this frightening display. Then we see that the girl from the subjugation unit congratulates Shagura for killing the monster. However, he knows his job is not yet done. He remembers how his strikes were ineffective against the corpse god due to his teleportation magic. Despite reports stating that the corpse god is no longer in their world, Shagura tries to believe it and hopes for the best. Meanwhile, in an alternate world, the corpse god remembers that he is not ordinary and thanks Sakamiya for trying to killing him, which helped him recall his true identity. He is delighted to live an ordinary life in this peaceful world and can use his overwhelming power to rule as a grim reaper. However, he suspects that Sakamiya is pretending to be dead to escape. He creates a magic circle to check if she's still alive but discovers that she has died. He starts shivering upon this realization, and the episode ends here. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.